The United States' top diplomat has made a surprise visit to Iraq as concerns mount over a possible conflict with Iran. Mike Pompeo's brief Baghdad stopover follows the decision to send a US aircraft carrier to the Middle East and the Trump administration threatening military strikes.
The State Department said pressing issues were behind Secretary of State Mike Pompeo's last-minute cancellation of a meeting with German Chancellor Angela Merkel in Berlin. His next destination unknown for hours until news came it was Baghdad. Pompeo, in the middle of an overseas trip, has multiple hotspots to address. At a summit in Finland, he met with Russia's top diplomat Sergei Lavrov amid tensions over Moscow's backing of embattled Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. Pompeo has said he wants Russia out of the Venezuela crisis, but struck a more moderate tone around the meeting than recent rhetoric.
We have interests that are definitely different. And there'll be places where we run into hard stops pretty quickly. But there's no doubt there was a desire to begin to try and find paths where we can make real progress.
Pompeo's mysterious itinerary switch leaving Finland comes after the U.S. sent a carrier and a bomber task force to the Middle East, the Pentagon citing a credible threat from Iran. The heightened tensions have some urging caution.
We don't want to cave in to Iran's malicious actions, but we also don't want to slip over into provoking a confrontation that would be very damaging to our people in Iraq, but destabilizing Iraq, but also lead to a real serious confrontation with Iran.
Meanwhile, the White House said President Trump spoke with South Korean President Moon Jae-in days after North Korea appeared to have launched their first missiles since 2017.
The White House has told a former lawyer not to hand over documents related to the Russia probe. It's the latest escalation in the battle between the Trump administration and US lawmakers who claim the president may have obstructed justice.
The White House is sticking a thumb in the eye of congressional Democrats, ordering former White House counsel Don McGahn not to turn over documents in response to a House Judiciary Committee subpoena. White House lawyer Pat Cipollone telling Judiciary Committee Chairman Jerry Nadler in a letter the records belong to the White House and are protected from disclosure to Congress because they implicate significant executive branch confidentiality interests and executive privilege. But the White House not going so far as to assert executive privilege outright. This coming as Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell moves to play defense for President Trump, calling on Democrats to drop their efforts to follow up on Special Counsel Robert Mueller's investigation.
Baseless accusations of perjury, laughable threats of impeachment. Look, we all know what's going on here. This whole angry barrage that Democrats had prepared to unleash on President Trump, except the facts let them down.
McConnell signaling to Republicans that they should push back on efforts to force Mueller to testify.
The special counsel's finding is clear. Case closed. Case closed.
But House Speaker Nancy Pelosi firing back, not so fast.
The case is not closed.
As Trump pushes back on probes into his taxes and possible obstruction of justice, Pelosi also accusing the Trump administration of stonewalling Congress to push Democrats toward impeachment.